Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of the US series. And in this series, we're going to address immigration, crime, farming, and energy. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into immigration and we're going to repeal just solely because we're not going to allow illegal immigrants to come into the country that are due to give birth so their child can be a U.S. citizen. We're doing away with that law altogether. And we're withdrawing from the UN Refugee Convention. We already have enough migrants in the country that's overwhelming, so we're going to block that for now. We're going to modify the economic quotas. Going to put that in place. That's going to pass. Um, let's see. So regularization, we're going to get more rigid on that. And then detention centers, we're going to build 500 of them with the intent to build a whole lot more. And we're going to start on the remainder of the border wall. So 20 months is too long. We'll do that within 7 months. And we're going to reevaluate the visas that we give out. So So Puerto Rico, we're just going to make that no visas at all since that's a U.S. territory. And we don't trust them too much. Actually, let's go to, yeah, no, not that one. Yeah, Venezuela. And Yemen. And we're going to put North Korea on that list. I mean, Libya's on there. All right, we're going to place Iran on that list. And we're gonna place Cuba. And China. Let's double check that. Nope, that didn't go through. so we're done with that for now. Let's go into farming, go into budget. We're going to spend 53.44 billion on converting over to organic farming. Alright, so this is something that bothers me. So this does not happen for immigration policies. Black community usually demonstrate if something happens to them. They're not going to do that for immigrants. This is so inaccurate. I disagree with this for the last couple of versions of the game, so I'm hoping at some point Emerson will correct this. Because again, the black community does not do this for immigrants. They do this for their own when something happens.
To describe it to you, the highly colorful procession, no bad pun. Demonstrations are taking place at this very moment in the country's main cities.
Alright, so what do we do next here? Alright, so we did the wall. Repealed just solely. So we're gonna do the mass deportation. Alright, so we're at 100% approval.
The demonstrators intend to send.
Work has already begun. I can assure you that this is a good initiative by building on this border because a large portion of illegal immigrants into this country often pass this way.
Alright, so
Our agent number 1 succeeded.
alright, so we're done with that. Let's go to crime. Actually, real quick, let's go to inflation. Alright, so it's dropped to 3.69. So we're going to drop that down by 50 basis points.
The funeral will take place next week. Do you want to attend the ceremony?
We'll attend that.
This person is at risk of a scandal.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Okay. Alright, we'll send the police in for that. Alright, so let's go to surveillance cameras, and we'll go from 480,000 to 540,000. It's going to cost us 10.5 or $2 billion. I mean, $2 million there.
The bill has been voted on and the law has
adjusted the visa policy. All right, so unemployment is at 4.38.
The team encountered a factor 10 disturbance hazard, which led to a mission abort. Nevertheless, we couldn't possibly qualify this setback as disastrous, in the strictest sense of the term, since no risk of leak is to be feared.
All right, so we're done with that. Police intervention. All right, so for IDs, because crime is so high, we're gonna change this from average to strong.
The mission was completed last evening, giving rise to a festive atmosphere in the control room. It must be said that the scientific team had every reason to be overjoyed at the complete success of their space program. The program director praised policymakers for having taken the initiative for this long-term scientific endeavor and for having secured sufficient means to guarantee its success.
All right, so crime is starting to drop. Gonna go into justice. All right, severity of punishment. We're gonna make this 30. And that has around 62% support. All right, we're going to stand in accordance against torture, and we're going to sign and ratify it. Okay, so we're done with that.
This loss is so
All right,
The
what
bill
else do
has
we
been
have?
voted on and the law has been passed.
All right, so the immigration quotas
The decree
passed.
takes effect as of today.
The demonstrators intend to send a powerful signal of their opposition to the government. Up until now, we have no serious incidents to report. The processions and their usual batch of caricature banners and ridiculous refrains continue their route led by leaders of the movement.
All right, once again, like I said, that is highly inaccurate. All right. All right, so let's look at our debt. So we can cut that down by, if you follow me for a while, you'll know I'm not very particular about the space programs. In this game, it really doesn't have much relevance to me at all. Alright, so Journey to Mars. It's already at a risk of failure, 26%, but the launch date isn't until 2054. So we're just going to abandon that. That's going to place $93.6 billion back into the economy.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so that's done. So illegal immigrants having children in the U.S., they're not going to be citizens at all.
Demonstrations are taking place at the
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so now we have our 540,000 surveillance cameras in the country.
The recent abolition of Judicial will have two contrary effects on the number of foreigners. On the one hand, this will discourage illegal immigrants who want citizenship for their children who are born in our territory. On the other, children of legal immigrants will no longer be granted citizenship and will be considered resident aliens. That being said, the intention matters more than the numbers, which we can make to say anything, because in the end, there will be a decline in the flow of illegal immigrants.
Alright, and that's what we want. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to water networks. And we're going to fully privatize that. So that's going to bring in 6.58 million. And or was that billion? I believe that was billion. And we're going to subsidize. We're going to add an additional 2 billion. And that's for domestic companies only.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, regular legislation, toughening the legislation. Alright, so I'm fine with that.
I'd like to congratulate you in person for your popularity. The way the country trusts you moves me, and I am happy to work with you now and undoubtedly for many years to come.
It's awful. No, it's not a suicide. There's no doubt about that. But a terrible assassination. Yes, the journalists are already there.
Alright. So let's go to Secret Service and let's pause that for now. So you need to put these guys under surveillance. Alright, so we have a couple people on here. We're probably going to use every last one of these guys. So the maximum we can watch right now is 20. Alright, so we're gonna have to hire some more international agents. Alright, so we can only watch 3 more. Alright, and that's all we can watch. So let's get out of that. Let's go back to budget. Alright, so we have an objective of hiring 50,000, but we're at 42,000 right now. Alright, so for security of the country, let's do 1 star for training. That's gonna cost us 2.07 billion.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so that's an improvement for crime. So the penalty has now been raised to 30, which I'm assuming is years. So let's go to justice for that. So yeah, I'm just going to assume that's years.
Our team is in place. The information gathered on this suspect terrorist will be archived directly into his dossier, which
The kidnapping took place last night and was carried out by an armed commando in the middle of the streets of the capital. The operation took place in a few seconds, and a terrorist organization claimed responsibility immediately. We are awaiting more information, but the claims seem likely to be true. Our men are on it.
Alright, that's good to hear. Alright, let's check that.
In a press release, the terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for the assassination. Another group has claimed responsibility. This terrorist movement is inviting itself to the party. Look, I'll keep you posted. Sleep is far away.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Okay, so ID checks has that level has been upgraded to strong now. So that should help crime go down even faster. Okay. Deportation happens on March 5th, which is today. So,
If we yield today, we'll be opening the door to all the terrorists on the planet. I strongly advise you not to negotiate with the kidnappers. You will save many human lives in the future.
all right. So, let's look at a couple things here. So this is a plant that I agreed to have built. We're 29 days in. But it's going to take 360 days for it to be completed. And that's not good
The
for
decree
us.
takes effect as of today.
Alright, we got rid of a good portion of the illegal immigrants. We got rid of 606,279.
Our agents have infiltrated and found the kidnappers' hiding place. It's a house in a suburb far away from the capital. Our reaction forces are strategically positioned and say they are ready to take action. With your approval, we can attack.
Alright, take them out. Alright, so we're in need of energy. So we're going to construct some solar farms. Starting out in Florida. Alright, I hate when this game does that. Alright, so let's try this again. So we're gonna build about 4 or 5 of these. Alright. I'm gonna build another one here. Alright, so it's gonna make number 4. Alright, let's try right here. Alright, happiness declines, and
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
alright. So we built those plants because they're going to be done within a few months compared to a entire year. So probably next episode, once we get into quarter 2, we're going to set up to build a couple more nuclear power plants. Alright, let's look at inflation. Still starting to level out. So let's go and I'm going to drop the interest rate down again to 4.25. That should help with the economy some and loosen the tight grip on it.
This person is at risk of a scandal. Given your links, the affair could have a negative impact on your image, and in incalculable ways, even with the help of Schaeffer's paradigm. Would you like us to try to stifle this unfortunate...
Yes, definitely. Alright. Let's go to housing. So, we'll just build 25,000. Let's go to Secret Service. Alright, just spent 522 million hiring more national agents. Bump that up to 60,000. Alright. What else can we do with energy? Ah, oil platforms. That's what I wanted to do. Because we need a lot of oil. Alright, another oil platform. And we'll space that out. Alright, and alright, so we'll put one right there. No, it's weak. Think over here closer. So, yep. So we'll leave it at that with the 3.
The decree takes effect as of today.
A large tsunami has just taken place on the coasts of this region. It would seem that the wave of exceptional force has submerged the shore over several kilometers. There will undoubtedly be victims. Our teams are on site and we will come back to you as soon as possible.
Alright, so let's address this. Let's go with 8 billion. And environment. I'm gonna do 3 stars, and that's just gonna cost us a little over $1 billion. Alright.
We have a problem. My sources mention leaks to the press that risk compromising yourself. To be clear, I fear they will set in motion a particularly lethal Murphy dynamic that will lead to a scandal. Ahem. In short, expect the worst.
Alright. Alright, what are these guys telling us?
The members of this organization are in no way involved in the assassination. Analysis of the information we are getting needs time and thought. We don't want to take any risks. The intervention encountered a series of insurmountable humiliations, leading the causal development towards one of the most beautiful fiascos of my career. Not only did the team fail, what's more, there were leaks. So the chances are that some smart guy will manage to follow the chain of command up to us.
Alright, I'm still not going to worry about that. Alright, we'll send that. Alright, we're not going to send anything at all. And I think I'm going to end this episode. So, next episode, we're going to build more 3G nuclear power plants all over the country. Because we really can't expand the sectors without more energy. Because then, once we get more energy, we can actually expand our economy in multiple sectors. So, again, thank you for the support for this channel. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you soon.